Welcome gamers, we're back with a brand new Fight of Gods video, and today we've got a brand new god for you, Tudigong, also known as the Guardian of Civilian. So he's a new Chinese god that was recently added as a free DLC for the game. So if you've already got a copy of this game, you can go ahead and check him out now. It's totally free for those who've already got it. If you don't have the game, you can actually pick it up on Steam right now for $8.99 through October the 2nd. So I'm going to go ahead and give you my input on this new god, this new character. Awesome sauce. He's got these awesome spinning attacks you can see there with his staff, both from the ground and from the air. His attacks are generally charge based. Otherwise, it's holding back and pressing forward or holding down and pressing up. One of those charge attacks I've had some issues with. Otherwise, he's very well playable and he's very responsive. Very good long chain combos. That was one of the attacks right there, one of the charge attacks where he jumped up on that pedestal. You hold down and then just basically hit up in low, medium, or high attack. And I've had some issues with that one. So here's his super attack, the Stone of Taishan Mountain. And supposedly, that's basically just a giant boulder that he throws at his opponents. And supposedly there is actually a second super attack called Orochi Slayer, and that I have not been able to get to work. I have not seen it yet. So maybe that's something that they're still working on. He also has a projectile attack, and that's also based on charge attacks, where he throws a stone. And so, otherwise, he's a great new addition to this game, and he's actually the first new character we've seen in a while. We had, in the past year or so, we had Lamia, that was the hidden character that was included. Freyja, and we had Santa Claus. Yes, believe it or not, you can actually play as Santa Claus in this game, and he's actually pretty awesome. For the most part, this is a pretty well-rounded indie fighting game. Definitely a lot different than the types of fighting games you would see from AAA studios like Street Fighter, etc. Some people said that they didn't care for the graphics in this game. I actually think they're really good. They might not be the type of 3D graphics that you might see with some of the fighting titles, the more modern fighting titles such as on PS4, Xbox One, but they're actually really good. The game is really responsive too, and it doesn't really matter which character you use. They all have their benefits and drawbacks. One of the benefits to this new character is his divine power. And once his DPS gauge is full, you can unleash the Wall of Taishan Mountain, which is that's basically his divine power. And so how it works is he gets an added benefit of having a shield that some of the other characters do not have when his DPS gauge goes off. That's the gauge in the top too, by the way. There's two gauges. One is for the special attack, and the other one is the DPS gauge. The smaller one is that's right above it, the green one. And so, he has this added benefit of having this sort of an invisible shield when that is activated. And it's actually very effective. It really protects him from damage from his opponents. And another thing to note about this game, I had not played in a while, and I have to admit I was kind of rusty. And so I played for about an hour and a half before I made this video. You can see I actually think I did pretty good. I was just kind of out of the game for a while. I was working on other projects and not doing a lot of game reviews, etc. But this was a great title to come back to. I really did have a lot of fun playing this before, and I'm really glad to see the developers are still adding new content to this game. So for the most part, it's gotten a lot tougher. I think that's where I'm getting to here. It's actually a very challenging game. It's a lot tougher than what I remember from the first times that I played it. They've made it a lot more challenging. Another thing I noticed the change in this game, it is faster. I don't know if anybody caught that. The gameplay is a lot faster than what I remember. I think they speeded it up to some degree. And that's actually a good thing. I thought it was a little slow off the start. There were a few glitches in this game when it first came out, and it's really, you know, they've really smoothed it out over the course of their development. Like I said, all the characters all have their benefits and drawbacks. Some are faster on the ground, as you know, some have a longer range, attack maneuvers and so forth. But speed is of the essence, right? And the faster you can move, the better. And it looks like they really did do a good job of speeding this up. So definitely worth checking out. By the way, all of the characters, all the DLC characters are available for free in the game right now. Lamia is unlockable. We actually did a video on that. You can check that out. It tells you how to unlock her so that she can be playable in the game. And then there's Freyja, also included. You would also get Santa, and I could just see people playing the heck out of this, you know, for the holidays because of the Santa Claus. So anyways, many thanks for watching. Definitely be sure to like and subscribe. And like I said, if you haven't picked up this game, you can get a copy now for $8.99 through October the 2nd. That's actually a really good deal. The one DLC that you can purchase that's available is the soundtrack for those who want it, just to have it separate from the game. Otherwise, I'm pretty well happy just listening to the music of the game itself, but it doesn't hurt to have the soundtrack as well. But the characters you won't have to pay for. So that's one of the added benefits. So you're welcome to go ahead and watch the rest of the video. I'm going to go ahead and tune out, and I think there's one more match after this, which, like I said, man, this game is tough. It is tough, and I get to like my third match in this game, and my hands were just wore out on the controller. I mean, this is really an intense fighting game. And like I said, it was not like that from the get-go, but it really is now. So anyways, many thanks for watching. Feel free to go ahead and watch the rest of the video, like and subscribe. And until next time, take care.
Round one. Fight! 凌空不错，凌空不错。one ball. Carry. 我为出头。我为出头。Carry. 高苗伟，凌空不错，凌空不错，凌空不错。出双人技。不错，我为出头，不错。激烈动作。Round two, fight! 凌空不错。凌空不错，凌空不错，我为出头，凌空不错。